And we are live. Welcome to a very special draft edition of the IWAR Network Tubecast.
Hold up. There's no audio.
There isn't. Give it a second.
Tell me there's no audio. Another one just told me.
No audio at all.
There it is. Okay.
God damn it, Matt. You fucked up the whole stream. You know there's a delay.
You just said no audio.
All right, let me turn everyone's mics up here. Matt ruined the show already, so thank you for that.
That's right.
So tonight's show is going to be our IWAR draft special, and on the show this evening we have who's here? Say your names. How about that? Who's here with me tonight? Aaron's here. Who else?
Larry.
Scott.
Larry and Scott. And we see Matt's ugly mug here on the screen. That's really nice. So
I'm here as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. Before we start the show, I have a special surprise. So I just want everyone to take a look at the screen right now. And Matt, there might be a 30-second delay.
Hey, Matt. This is Tommy Dreamer.
Oh, boy. Draft day, baby. All right.
Scott and Alex tell me that you wrestled as Riley Matthews in the 90s, but you got hurt, and now you play a game called the Imaginary Wrestling Association? Why don't you start hiding behind the knee? Playing games in second grade knee. From injury, look, I'm 50 years old. I got kicked in my face last night, and I still won the match. Stop in the 90s. In the 90s, I broke my neck. In the 90s, I broke my back. I broke almost every bone in my body. I've broken 14 fingers. It really sucks because you only have 10. You don't know which one to broke more than once. So, as your friends Scott and Alex said, I don't know if these are really type of friends you want to be hanging out with. But that's what they wanted me to tell you. So, step up and get it done. Or just go back and play the old imaginary games. I hope your day is hardcore. I hope your day is extreme.
So Matt, what do you think about that?
Wow.
You're blushing. You look ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty good. I didn't see that coming.
No.
Wow.
And it's taken a very long time. So
Scott did all the legwork for this. I just gave a nice thumbs up.
I had the illustrious QTMF Marshall to turn me down. So it took another 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Turned you down?
Yes.
What a heel.
Wow. Larry, wow. Larry,
I had a lot more work
He's
for him.
he's the MJF of Cameo.
Well, I could have got MJF for a cameo, but I couldn't pay $500.
No.
Wow, thank you. That's pretty impressive, Tommy Dreamer. Wow. And well, whatever. I won't spoil anything. So, wow. All right. Let's.
And that was done pre-plane trip.
Oh.
I love it. I
was like, oh my God, Tommy Dreamer. Holy shit, he runs the backstabber.
We cut out the part where he asked you for bail money.
Yeah, right. If his rehab mission begins with me, I hope. Well, good luck, brother. All right. Now my head hurts. What happened?
Now that the draft show went completely off the rails, so the format for the draft is going to be just like we've done every other draft. We're going to test this out. Historically, when we do the draft, we get on a call a week before we do it on Facebook, and we actually make all the picks. So instead of doing that, we're going to, a little bit of inside baseball, a little behind the scenes on how we draft our draft picks. Matt has a nice spreadsheet here for us to take a look at. You're not going to be able to see that because screw you guys. And you guys don't want to see my desktop anyway. It looks ridiculous. That being said, give us your feedback. Give us your feedback. let us know if you like this format or you want to go back to the old Facebook format. Whatever you guys prefer, please let us know. We'll just do that, essentially. Happy Gold Day, everyone, by the way. I hope everyone got a 501 this cycle. I didn't. I'm pretty sure. I got 486. Oh my god, awful. My high was a 496. I did change my strategy. My high score was a 496.
Now you already won IWAR Wrestler of the Year, so
I have.
Dick.
In addition to that, before we go too far, I gotta get our plugs in. Guys, if you feel the need to give us a super chat, please use the function here on your chat box and give us money. Don't be afraid. I like money. I like when people give me money. It's pretty cool. In addition to that, we have our Amazon affiliate link, which I don't even see there anymore. I don't know where it went. I say use our Amazon affiliate link, but no link in this one. It was there, and it's no longer there, and now I'm upset. So I have to fix that at some point. It vanished. But I will put the link in the chat box. So if you guys are making any purchases on Amazon, again, guys, the holidays are coming up soon. It's not going to cost you anything. Just do your normal shopping that you always do on Amazon, but use our link, and we get a few shekels, from that purchase. So I get a little extra cash in my pocket to keep the IWAR network afloat and running, and so I don't lose money. This program is very much in the red. So I like to lose less money every month when I do this. So that'd be nice. So there you go.
Oh, you forgot. Don't forget to
like and subscribe.
Oh man, I don't. Everyone who's in this chat room right now has liked and subscribed. No new people watch this.
Sure, we get one guy a month who's like some kind of like really bizarre IWAR related porn, and it's like, what the hell is this?
Well.
There's got to be someone. There's 12 people watching.
There is 12.
Woo-hoo.
No, we've gotten up to 17 was probably our highest, I believe. We usually get 1,000 views over time.
We want 20.
20.
Let's go for 20.
Tell a friend. Send this link to your grandma.
I'll post it to Facebook. What the hell's going on? What happened to your life?
They don't have to be friends. They just need to watch for a minute.
So let's see who's in the chat right now. We got Joe. Joe Austin's in the chat. Welcome, Joe. We got Leon, Jeff, Jonathan, all in the chat right now. What's going on tonight, fellas? I hope everyone is well. I hope everyone's doing cool stuff today. Looks like Gold whooped a lot of people's asses this cycle. So, hey, you win some and you lose some.
Oh, mostly lose. This is terrible. That's okay. We'll talk about that when we cover our
Michael's in the chat. What's going on, Michael?
Nice. Oh no! The ice cream truck pull up.
I'm working tonight.
We're so professional.
Sub-professional. So, do we want to do results? Get those out of the way.
I think everyone's waiting for the draft. Does everyone want to do the draft? Let's do the draft now. Is everyone excited? Get pumped.
Haven't you ever been to a concert where they're like, they have like, "Are you ready to rock?" And they're like, "Well, here's our cover band friend."
Is that when Fozzy comes out?
Yeah, and they boo them, and you're like, "You suck."
I want to see Guns N' Roses.
Oh, don't forget, we got to keep the show classy for Kim. We'll talk about that later.
I'll put that on a shirt. Classy for Kim.
All right. Totally.
Alrighty. So tell us about how the first pick of the draft was determined this year.
Well, this year, as part of the fun, we decided to put the two commissioner champions, which is the IWL heavyweight champion, Senya Lucha, taking on the BRL global champion, Punk Rock Mike. And even the winner, the idea of the winner being they get the first pick. Despite my best effort to throw the draft, I had Lucha got a 488. Punk Rock Mike pulled a 481. And I will say it's a little outside the game. My favorite part about Punk Rock Mike is anytime he has a terrible cycle, he'll email me as soon as I send the results out, like the little email there. He'll be like, "Was this a title match cycle? Was the title on the line this cycle?" Terrified of losing the title. I'm like, no, you're fine. Next cycle. So what's going to happen here? I sent a link out. And what I'll do is, I don't even know if this will work or not, but I'll try. I'm going to copy this link. I posted it into the NWL locker room, so you guys can go to that link and check it out and play along at home.
It better not be your mullet again.
No mullet. I've heard enough people with it. Scott can attest. I pulled the I don't know, grand slam after grand slam, having a mullet like that and landing my girlfriend Nancy in high school. Just amazing. But we all
make him cut it.
She didn't. No. She was a wrestling. Her favorite wrestler was Hulk Hogan. So.
Oh, there you go.
And she once wrote into PWI magazine. They printed her letter, and she was very proud of that.
I do remember that.
Yeah. So, So what we're gonna do here, I just shared the link in the window. If you go to it, you'll see we have the draft broken down by each round, the lethal lottery. So just to remind everyone, we have a lethal lottery ladies' night tournament, and this is just like the lethal lottery, but just for the women. And what I've done is taken 16 of the women that are competing. No one manages. It's all 16 different managers, so everyone gets a chance to be involved that has a woman wrestler. And as a reminder, the women's division encompasses the entire IWAR. So everyone in it who has a female wrestler, and I really hope if anyone just, if you have an extra wrestler, make a female wrestler and have some personality and fun with it. And what Scott's going to do is he's going to draw the names live and then announce each team. So each team's made up randomly. So the teams will compete each round with the winning team overall, then going head to head, and the winner then challenges Wildfire Betty Red for the IWAR Women's World Championship. So that's that. We have in the middle here the 2021 draft pool for the IWAR draft. I've just kind of broken down all the people as a group. If you see a name group on a line here, they're drafted as a group. If they're separated, like Mike Dynasty and Profit are separated, and so is Requiem, they are individuals. So have at it, sirs. So with the first pick in the draft, who will be the historic first pick in the 2021 IWAR draft? Here comes Commissioner Don King.
Only in America.
Can you please do it in a Don King voice?
I don't have a Don King voice.
I couldn't even do it. I'd be terrible for that. Yeah. So who goes first?
Only in the United States.
Guys, don't pull a Gruden.
Oh, never. Never.
Well, that's just the beginning. I'm telling you, that's going to get worse.
Listen, I always gotta put this disclaimer when we do the draft. Your draft number, if you go in the first round or you go in the 8th round, it's not an indictment of your personal skill or if we like you or not or anything else. So don't take any of the draft stuff personally. Just be happy. Yeah, we've got people literally walk out on us during the draft. Legit walked out in the draft because they got drafted too low. So don't take it personal. And if you get drafted low, which happens, you can always turn that into a angle or a storyline as well. So
look at the cover of the IWAR magazine this month.
Yeah.
All right. So who we pissing off now?
So with the first pick in the IWAR Network IWAR draft for 2021, the IWL chooses Hebrew Hammer Lance Horowitz.
Oh.
The Hebrew Hammer goes first. Somewhere Barry Horowitz is crying.
I can see him. I can see him in the green room right now.
All right, so I'm just gonna erase the names as we go along.
Yep.
Wow, a good solid pick. Hebrew Hammer Lance Horowitz.
That's a solid pick.
It is. This is a player that's been growing and developing as a
former NWL champion.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep. Had a fantastic
the Hammer's a face, right?
Currently, yes, but you can see that changing.
Well, I think that's a good fit for the IWL.
Oof.
I like that pick.
All right. Well, with the first pick for the BRL, we will select the Grady brothers, Rhett and Rowe, current NWL champions.
Great choice.
Yep.
Keep it classy for Kim. God damn it. All right. So now those first two picks are in. We will go to our women's commissioner. Actually, what's the women's commissioner's name?
Sandy.
Liv Gray.
No, well.
How you gonna compare the Hebrew Hammer to Tim Couch? That's ridiculous.
Well, behind the scenes, Becky took a leave from the game. Becky was doing the women's division, and Scott has stepped up to the plate, and he's got a lot of stuff going on. So, Scott, do you want to fill us in?
The commissioner's name is Sandy Springs.
Oh.
Yes.
And
all right. Well,
if you're from Georgia, you know that's pretty funny. So.
It's as good as what was the puppet's name?
That's Uncle Sammy, dude.
Uncle Sam. Junior.
Junior. That's it. I couldn't think of it. So, who forms the first team in the women's ladies lottery? Lethal lottery ladies.
It's ladies' night, and we feel all right. It's ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night.
Wow, we get that music right there.
I'm getting demonetized right now.
I love when these things happen. The first name in the ladies' lethal lottery is Lavender Fields.
Lavender Fields.
There it is.
I have no
and her
clue
partner.
who she is. I swear to God. I swear to God, if it's Gina Colada, I quit the whole game.
There you go.
No. She's a new girl, but she's also the final girl. Ripley Strode.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Lee Strode. There it is. All right, so that's team number one. All right, there it is, folks. Okay, and now, Alex, they can't see the video, right?
Unfortunately, no. We have not.
Okay,
We do not have that capability as of yet.
All right, so what all you guys need to know is that Scott has a bowl full of names, so he's rattling legit. Like this is a legit thing. Pull as we go.
Like this is not. This is a shoot, guys. This is not worked.
All right, so now we go back to Don King of the IWL with his pick for his second round pick. Who will it be?
You know, so many good names to draft here, and I think I'm going with. I think I'm gonna go with some numbers on this. I'm going with some numbers on here. I'm going to go with Dave Wadowski, Rob Camino, and Waz.
Wow, the industry.
All right.
Aaron, do you want to chime in as our expert for the NWL?
Absolutely. I think that's a great pick. Those guys are one of my favorite stables in the NWL right now. That they've got tons of tag team potential. Rod Camino's on the NWL title page this cycle. And, you know, I think they're going nowhere but up from here.
There it is. All right. Well, with the second round, second pick, we will see the BRL select. Oh, it's so deep. Stevie Vertigo.
Oh,
and the Syndicate.
Well, that my draft board is done.
There it is, fans.
It's a great pick. You can't go wrong with picking the Young Lions champion. The Syndicate has kind of racked up some gold here and there. I think you're getting some solid TT with those guys. Stevie Vertigo is definitely not a douchebag, as Matt has claimed in the past.
You do say so yourself. All right.
You know, we got Aaron, who's the Mel Kiper of the draft, apparently.
That's right.
Fantastic, folks.
We go back to Scotty with his second team.
First member of the second team will be. Oh my goodness. It just says red.
Oh.
Oh.
Is this Betty Red?
My.
Is that the thing we talked about?
Yes.
All right. I'll just put red in there. Whatever could that mean? Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun.
All right. And who will be Red's partner?
Red's partner for this second team is going to be Rosanna.
Ooh, R&R.
From the Three Birds or the Mid-Atlantic Wrecking Crew.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stepped in to fill the shoes of Gran Sabrosa. So, all right, we go back to Alex. You have your pick for the third round. Who shall it be?
With the third pick in the 2021 IWAR draft, the IWL selects Mike Dynasty.
Damn it! That's great.
Congratulations.
You no good. Oh, all right. That's fine. That's fine. I'm okay. All right. The third round pick for the BRL will be. Gonna go numbers here. Zydrate, Nivek Largo, and Sheila Wallace. There it is.
Unbelievable.
Good pick.
Unbelievable.
Let's go to our let's have a reflection on these picks from our NWL expert, Aaron.
Well, I mean, the picks are coming fast and furious here, folks. We just saw the is it just Zydrate that goes, or is it the whole Gene Co faction?
All of them, right?
Wow. That's a great pick. So far, I think the BRL is loading up pretty good. So I'm curious to see what the NWL is going to do, or what the IWL is going to do for their next pick.
Yeah, see, I had this. I will say behind the scenes, I had a hope that by Mike Dynasty being the split of Prophet and Requiem, that I was like, oh, I can sneak in and get Mike Dynasty. And no, damn you, Alex. All right. Well, I'll simmer down while Scott takes back the helm to tell us the third team.
First member of Team 3 will be Veruca Salt.
Ooh, there it is. Okay. Oops.
And her tag team partner. Somebody tell me the first name. So Shaughnessy.
Oh,
I think it's Effie.
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 Yeah.
Effie O'Shaughnessy, yeah.
Effie O'Shaughnessy.
Close enough. All right, we're heading to round 4. This draft is moving. Alex, you are back on the clock. Who is your pick in the 4th round?
Matt's going to be very, very upset with me right now. Matt, get your hanky ready. Get your tissues ready. Because our next pick, California Gunslinger, Shotgun Kid, and Area Gunpowder.
Oh, you know good.
Before we move on, thanks, Jeff, for the super chat. Thanks, Scott, for the super chat. Appreciate that. Thank you.
There it is.
Hey, I'm teaching them how to give you some money.
There you go. We can be bribed. Wait a minute. How come my guy keeps getting knocked out of the title shots and that guy gets them all? I don't know. He's the kind of guy that just gives me money.
That only happened in the 90s.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So I'm going to follow that pick with a 4th.
Joe, that's exactly what Scott's doing. He's definitely pulling him from a big hopper. I see it on video.
Yes. We're going to go. The BRL selects Nick Dane, Wolf Keenan, and Lachlan Kincaid.
Oh, sleeper pick.
There you go. That is oh God, I'm really happy with this pick. So thought you were going to take these guys for sure. California Gunslinger promos keep getting better, stronger and stronger, and of course Honor Revolt have just been getting better, and their promos are top notch. Let's go to our NWL expert on this one. What are your thoughts on these picks, Aaron?
I think you hit the nail on the head there. I mean, California Gunslinger, Shotgun Kid, and
Area Gunpowder.
Oh, Area Gunpowder. I mean, I think they're going nowhere but up. Solid promo skills. maybe a bit of a sleeper pick. Don't see them on the title page too often quite yet, but I think they're just getting started in the IWAR network, so I think that's going to be a great pick down the road. HNR, they're kind of the new kids on the block in the NWL. They racked up some titles last cycle. They've got some great promo skills, so I think those are some great picks right there.
There it is. There it is. And now we go back for team number 4.
If anybody cares, this container you had last week had my spaghetti in it.
There it is.
Lucky spaghetti.
It was damn good. I used
what she
turkey instead of beef. Team 4. First participant, barbed wire.
No, not her.
Wire.
Oh, yes, sir.
Boo.
She threatened me to make sure that she was in there. And the person that will be barbed wire's partner. Oh, can they coexist? It's Candy Cane.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, man.
That is absolutely fantastic.
Luckily, we haven't started the Tubecast yet, so we can redraft.
That's right. All right, well, we're going back to Alex for the 5th round pick by the IWL, 9th overall.
Jeff, I'm a big fan of the film Bachelor Party by Tom Hanks, by the way. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Just to let you know. In an effort to keep what we already have, and I really like what they're doing so far. They just got started in the IWL, so I definitely want to see what they're going to do moving forward. The IWL picks the Demolition Crew of Wayne Bloom and Mike Zenith.
Good call.
There it is. Solid tag team. Successful.
I think that might be the team to take down the Three Birds.
Well, they pulled a 516 this cycle,
Yeah.
so bastards. All right. Well, the BRL will select Playboy Mick Ferrari and Sam Hain and Veruca Salt. There it is. All right, let's go to our NWL expert, Aaron, and get his reaction.
Well, I mean, for Mick Ferrari and co, we've got Whoop Ass Inc. is the stable name, and by the sounds of it, the BRL is picking a highly combustible round of picks, and I think we're going to see some of these picks like Gene Co., the Syndicate, the Grady's, and Whoop Ass Inc. They're going to have some scores to settle down the road, so I'm excited to see that. The Demolition Crew, I'm not as familiar with, so if someone from the BRL or IWL wants to give us the lowdown on these degenerates, then please have at it.
Like I said, Dave just came in a few cycles ago, and we're in the middle of the MSG Tag League, so they didn't really get an opportunity to be in contention for the Unified Tag Team Championship. But since I've picked them, I can announce right now that they are the first entrance in the next 4-pack challenge that we're having. So there you go.
There it is. All right. Around who's left. So let's go back to Scotty with the 5th team in the Lethal Lottery Ladies Night Tournament.
I hope it's a Lunge Blaze.
She doesn't seem to be here,
Oh, what about Judy Martin? I'm a big Judy Martin fan.
but I know who is here.
Tessa Blanchard?
It's Gina Colada.
Oh!
Same difference.
I knew I smelled something.
I wanted to walk around the lake tonight with Mo, and I was telling her about the game and the draft, and she's like, "Well, who do you like? What wrestlers do you create?" Like, I told her Gina Colada, and she's like, "So a alcoholic woman that pukes on people?" Yes, that's exactly who she is. Oh, all right. Who's her partner?
Let's hope that Gina doesn't teach this young lady the wiles of her dirty ways. It's Shiloh Wallace.
Oh.
Oh, Shiloh Wallace. All right.
Who
Well,
knows? Maybe Shiloh has her own dirty ways.
can only hope.
Undoubtedly.
Let me move this around. Okay, so we're now down to round 6. And we go back to Alex and Don King for their pick.
With the
Only in America.
with our 6th pick in the 2021 IWAR draft, the IWL chooses Fighter X.
Go,
Oh.
the man, the myth, the mullet. Just so you guys listening now who are not aware, I mentioned a mullet, or someone brought up asked me about a mullet when I was a senior, and I said, "Oh, did I?" I shared the picture, so we all started sharing pictures of ourselves at younger times, and Fighter X's mullet is pretty savage. So well done. All right.
Fighter X might be the name of the mullet.
That's right. I gotta redesign Fighter X and give him a mullet behind the hair. It's popping out at the back. We're gonna go with the BRL with their 7th round pick. We'll select.
They're in the 6th round, you dummy.
Oh no, 7th round.
No.
Oh, is it 6? Oh,
Yeah.
that's all right. Well then,
You made the sheet.
I know. Ah, terrible. All right. I don't know what's going on here. My computer's free. Okay. BRL will select. Oh, who the heck is Mike Cook? No, I'm sorry. I take it back because he's already in my league. Profit. I'm gonna take Profit in round 6. I'll load my league up with new players. All right, there it is. We go back to Scotty with Team 6, not Team 7.
And not Team 5.
Right. Not quite chicken, not quite pork.
Matt, can you tell them who's won the draft contest the last 4 years?
Not me.
Who was last year's best draft pick that won our draft pick contest?
Last year's
Yeah.
winner was Bulk Brogan.
What about the year before that?
That was the Velociraptor, I believe.
It was.
And then the year before that, I think, was...
Because the IWL only picks winners, guys.
I gotta pull
And
it
for
up.
round 6, it's Sizzling Sherry Summers.
Oh.
Sizzling Sherry Summers. All right, now I gotta go back. Oh, here it is. Ah, wrong page. Sherry Summers, and who is Sherry Summers' tag partner?
Her tag partner is Miss Truth.
Oh.
Ooh.
Miss Truth.
Now, Sherry Summers is from the Summer Knights.
Yes.
Okay. That's an interesting team.
I broke a lot of cherries on those summer nights.
There's a song in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Get that shirt for Kim ready. Oh, boo. All right. I was trying to pull up this page, but it's taking long. Okay, so we go into round 7, legit this time. And who will be the IWL's pick in the 7th round?
Our pick for our 7th pick for the 2021 IWAR draft, the IWL. Really, guys? The IWL chooses Free Quebec.
Oh.
Oh, fans, that's a stunning pick. Since they all broke their legs and they're inactive. My favorite thing when someone drafts a player that's injured for the year, like, yeah.
Hey, it's like when the Spurs took David Robinson. Okay.
Right. Let's go with the BRL's next pick. We're going to go with Too Hot Frankie Scott.
Damn it.
Oh my God.
Too hot.
He's a man with heat issues. All right, we go back to Scotty for our 7th team.
You know, it's pretty dark back here. Tiamat's still in the room.
Just cut to like the one of them like eating cake by themselves.
And that's hilarious because that is the name that I picked.
Oh.
Tiamat
Somewhere-
might be the most dangerous woman in the IWAR.
I really hope Luke has stopped wherever assassination he's pulling off to,
You caught him off guard mid-shot.
he just shot some
He just took out an innocent bystander.
Don't worry, baby boy. You'll grow big, strong someday. Oh no, my baby! I don't know why it's Geppetto.
It's Rome. It's happening in Rome. Yeah.
Sure it is. Well, who is Tiamat's partner?
The other 3 names that they left, I don't think they want to be drafted anymore.
That
But
makes
it's
sense.
going to be Big Money Bonnie Banks.
Oh.
Bonnie Banks. All right. Well, we now go into round 8, and it is time for the IWL to pick. Who will it be? Or not?
I'm thinking.
Oh boy.
The
Don't
IWL.
think is angry.
The IWL is going to take Lone Star Regneck and Big Money Bonnie Banks.
There it is.
Wow. She's so good, she gets named twice.
It does.
Yes. BRL will take Who the Heck is Mike Cook and Jim, the Anchor Neidhart, an MRL legend. And I was told that those were actually 2 of his first wrestlers, so keeping them alive. All right, that brings us down. Team 8. So here we go. This is the final team for the Lethal Lottery Ladies Night. Who will it be? We should already know this, but let's
The only 2 names left.
No, there was 30 names in there. Yes. Who we got?
I agree that Lone Star Regneck is the steal of the draft. I had him going 3rd on my board, by the way. Thanks, Jeremy, for the super chat. Appreciate it, buddy.
Hey, man.
Such a great teacher.
All right, so we're looking at our final team of.
These 2 people should know because they've been wondering when they were going to get called. Aria Gunpowder.
Oh.
And this should be fun. Her partner, Alligator.
There it is. All right. So to review the women's teams, let's review that real quick. The first team is Lavender Fields and Ripley Strode.
Ugh.
Rosanna and Just Red. Veruca Salt and Effie O'Shaughnessy. Barb Dwyer and Candy Kane. Gina Colada and Charlotte Wallace. Sherry Summers and Miss Truth. Tiamat and Bonnie Banks. And Aria Gunpowder and Alligator. And to remind everyone, the way we do this tag tournament is total team strategy in a sense of, so if Aria Gunpowder gets a 500 and Alligator gets a 500, that's 1,000 point total. And they would go against Tiamat and Bonnie Banks per se. And if they didn't have more than 1,000 points, then Aria Gunpowder and Alligator would advance. And again, the winners of this tournament then face off against each other. And that winner goes on to face the world champion, Betty Red.
Do you think it bodes poorly for this team that Barbed Wire just set Candy Cane on fire?
She deserved it.
That has nothing. If it happens, you know,
It's like that
We
time
just
where Abdul the
we just pick the
Butcher
names.
and Sting was in the lethal lottery. It was all good. Actually, I think it was.
All right.
Was it Cactus? It was Cactus Jack, I think. Was it Cactus?
Was that wait? What didn't it wasn't Abdul the Butcher and Sting a tag team?
I believe yes. They
And,
fought. They fought. I think it was Pillman and somebody else.
Yeah, and because he was waiting for the hot tag, and then he just like beat him up. All right, well let's go to round 9. So round 9, we have the IWL picking their 17th pick.
With the 17th pick in the IWAR draft, the IWL picks Requiem.
Oh, all right. Requiem to the IWL. Oh,
Yes,
that's
it
wrong.
was Sting and Abdul the Butcher, and they fought Brian Pillman and Bobby Eaton. That's actually a really good show, although the finish is not great.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jonathan, for the super chat. I appreciate it, buddy.
Okay, BRL will select Wrestling Demon Alcohol and Wrestling Demon Drugs, who are, I was told, not a tag team.
So they're two separate guys.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we have the spillover draft. We have one wrestler left.
Poor
Which
U.S.
one?
male.
U.S. male, and he is apparently going to be going to the IWL.
We don't want him. Can we trade Barry Stevens for U.S. male?
Barry Stevens, the now former UVU champion.
I've been trying to get rid of him for like 6 months. How about this? I will give the BBL the backstabber and a pick to be named later for U.S. male.
That's a huge offer.
I want to just try to get Big Bad Bob into the IWL to have that Big Bad Bob / backstabber feud.
I want that so bad. It'd be the greatest thing ever. Oh, my God.
With the 20th pick, the BRL selects. This is over. So to review,
The Miz.
What a great up and comer.
there's lots of potential here. Lots of potential. Round 1. The IWL. I'll do this. I'll do the IWL's picks. So the IWL selected Hebrew Hammer Lance Horowitz, Dave Wazalewski, Rod Camino, and Raz, Mike Dynasty, California Gunslinger, Shotgun Kid, Aria Gunpowder, Demolition Crew, Wayne Bloom, and Mike Zenith, Fighter X, Free Quebec, Lone Star Redneck, and Big Money Bonnie Banks, Requiem, and the total package U.S. mail. The BRL selections: the Grady Brothers, Rhett and Rowe, Stevie Vertigo, Simone Assassin, Toa Anoa, Zydrate, Nivek Largo, and Shiloh Wallace, Nick Dane, Wolf Keenan, Lachlan Kincaid, Playboy McFerrari, Sam Hain, Veruca Salt, Prophet, Too Hot Frankie Scott, Who the Heck is Mike Cook, and Jim the Anchor Neidhart, Wrestling Demon Alcohol, Wrestling Demon Drugs, and a big blank space because I was actually expecting one more player to enter the draft, and I emailed him this afternoon and said, "Hey, did you mean to enter? Because I know you were thinking about it." And Colonel Doom said no. He would likely listen or watch, but he would not be entering the draft. That's totally fine. And a reminder to
He likes to watch.
He's the J.J. Dillon of the IWAR. How creepy was that angle, by the way? You got J.J.
I love that
hiding
angle.
in the closet.
J.J. Dillon hiding in the closet, and then Ric Flair getting punched out by a precious or cross-dressing Ronnie Garvin.
Yes.
I personally, one of my favorite matches, it's not one of the greatest matches, one of my favorite matches growing up was Jim Garvin and Ric Flair with Precious on the line, that cage match. I used to actually do that spot where Jimmy blows his knee out, where you do the leapfrog and you come down, your leg sell, it's like, oh. Anyways, a reminder to all the rookies who were just drafted, any players who were just drafted, the start of the scoring began this cycle. So we were getting it launched right away, getting it hot potato. You don't have to leave the NWL until your contract is up, if you will. So you can finish out your time there. Then you can transfer. Don't forget a couple of things. One, you transfer for free. That's part of the game. Two, you have a $6 graduation gift match deal. So what that gets you is 20 matches, 20 scrub wins for $6 your first cycle in. So you save a little dough, get on the action. Or if you want to use that, invoke that, and use other draft deals, like, you know, the IWAR deal. As we can talk about, the IWAR has a deal now. You take the $12 match deal, you get 20 matches and 30 scrub wins. Just remind the IWA of that. So let me jump back over to our page here and see what the comments are. Lone Star Redneck is a steal. I agree. He's improved a great deal. Oh, my chat window's behind here. Oh my God.
Who's smoking crack?
I don't know, but I'm gonna open my bag of Chex Mix now because I've been waiting. It's like somebody opened something earlier and it was like.
Guys, I'm gonna step away for 3 minutes. Matt, this Vamp, talk amongst yourselves.
Well, I can talk about a few things. Let's cover some of our other stuff. I'm guessing Alex has to go drain the bladder. But if you didn't know, we had some.
I gotta poop.
Gotta poop. Wow, 3 minutes, dude. That's fast.
Good for you.
Don't blow hemorrhoid.
Mr. Olympian.
My God, his ass is a crimson bass.
I got this quick message from Sandy.
He's the
Springs.
Apollo Anton Ono of pooping.
Don't blow a gasket.
Sandy Springs has let me know that the teams that will face each other will be in like a tournament issue, like 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7. Okay. 3 will face 6, and 4 will face 5.
And then will you reshuffle after the first round, or just keep those brackets moving towards a final 2?
That will come later. Why did you ask me a question I didn't get to? Sandy will let me know before the broadcast is over.
Just to remind everyone, the IWAR deal is in place now. We should also mention that we've officially opened the IWAR Shop. So if you say to yourself, hey, I love the IWAR logo, I'd wear it on a shirt. Or I love the IWAR logo, I'd get a sticker and put it on my car, and so forth. We now have the IWAR Shop, and it is just something we're doing. We're going to add some more stuff. They think they give us 5 free images. So we're going to try to have like a logo for like the BRL, IWL, NWL. I was flirting with the idea of making it feel like I was the first pick in the draft. People be like, what the hell's that about? Then you just express your shame to others. So that's now open. Let's see here. Oh, someone asked earlier about I've had a couple questions recently about IWA boundaries when it comes to trash talk. Like, does the IWA censor it, or is there things you shouldn't talk about? As a general standard rule, try to keep, the 7 dirty words out, MF or F, etc. You can do like the F -- and so forth. That's fine.
I'd say, but even then, Matt, use them sparingly. Like, just try to lean into your creativity a little bit more and use those for when it, like, you really want to punctuate something to whoever you're feuding with.
Right. Like if you notice lately, the AEW let wrestlers say shit, and then all of a sudden WWE wrestlers are saying it now. And I think Goldberg said it. I think Lashley said it. I know Seth Rollins said it. And just you're putting in a PG product. And this product, I always go back to, it's a game meant for kids, right? Because kids love play-by-mail wrestling games. Boy, my youngest nephew Owen, he loves play-by-mail wrestling. Can't get enough. But I would just say, like Larry just said, don't make that the centerpiece of your promo. But if you do, use it. And I also say not so much the vulgarity, but more the case of like where you're going. Like, don't put somebody in a wood chipper. Don't chop their head off with a lightsaber. Don't run somebody over the steamroller. Like, you want to make sure you keep it, like, I'll give you an example. There was a promo, I think a cycle or 2 ago by the Grady's where they're, joined a match live in action. And like, even though his guy got some whooping on, he got beat up too, to kind of sell the idea of the feud. Because Alex and I always talk about, if you don't sell your opponent as being a viable threat, then why do I care if you beat them? You know, I mean, like, who cares? So it really, it's about, I would say, when it comes to content, we've done some pretty horrible things over the years. But if you do them and they're done well, it's fun to read. So I always say keep the entertainment aspect in mind. So that's
I agree.
Yeah, there it is. We talked about a sponsorship, or we're brought to you by Retro Wrestling Presents. You can check those shows out. Let me see here. I'm just looking at the comments here, catching up. Let's see if the draft is all set. So we want to talk about IWA results?
Yeah, well, I guess we'll start off with the IWL Independent Wrestling League number 146. League champion, Joe Boring. Television champion, Alexander J. Styles. New York City champ, Pop Culture, Peter Cross. Los Angeles champion, Magnificent Marvin Moyer. Boston champion, Wonky the Mongolian Mauler. Detroit champion, Nate Moneyman Barnes. Cleveland champion, Friendzone, Frederick Goodfellow. Dallas champion, Christopher Destruction. Memphis champion, Bill Bonecutter. Miami champion, the Christian Warrior. San Francisco champion, Bob Bonecutter. Chicago champion, Nick Bloodtrap. League tag team champions, Shocker, Jimmy Electric, and Prince Tun. TV tag team champions, Shane the Train Gloom and Mean Mike Zenith. League six-man champions winning 5 free matches, Shocker, Jimmy Electric, Rosanna, and Stagger 3, the Mid-Atlantic Wrecking Crew. TV six-man champions, Alexander Jane Styles, Luther Alexander, and the highlight of the night, Johnny Vegas, representing Revolution Extreme. And your Battle Royal winner, winning 45 free IWL matches, Alexander J. Styles. And whoever's eating chips, stop. I'm looking at you, Larry.
No chips. I'm chip free.
Eating fucking
No
Doritos.
food here.
No.
Aaron, stop eating poutine over there.
Those damn Canucks.
Poutine or poutang?
A little bit of both. Hey.
Whoa.
This is a family show. Come on. This cycle was the pay-per-view, so check the results after the pay-per-view. I'm not going to spoil it here, but the pay-per-view has occurred, and we have a couple of new champions. So we're real excited to see where the league takes on from that. We also had the finals of the Bad Street tournament. It was the Mid-Atlantic Wrecking Crew taking on Omega Squadron, and there's a result for that. So we have crowned our stable / six-man champions. First time ever here in the IWL. So I'm really excited about that. And our next pay-per-view will be Starrcade. And it's true, I brought back Starrcade before the WWE did. So
when is Starrcade happening?
4 cycles from now? 5 cycles from now. So I believe that's 51.
Okay.
51. Don't you have it on the list? Where's the calendar? I'll tell you right now.
That would be like January, February, roughly. Right?
No. Matt has it for 149, which I think it's 150. Holiday.
Yeah, that's fine.
Holiday. All right.
So 150. 4 cycles.
Well,
from now.
that's more in line with Starrcade.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is. All right, Matt, you want to go through BRL results?
Sure. So the BRL lineup comes out like this in cycle 574. Our league champion for a second time is Agent 26.
Son of a bitch, huh?
Yeah. We have TV champion Thrash as part of the Holy Family. Central Plains champion Wisp, who also won the Battle Royal and also had a 501. So congrats on that one. May you win the King of the Ring and or IWA Regional. East Coast champion. What's that?
My new friend.
Yeah.
Got a 501.
Yeah, I know.
Unbelievable.
East Coast champion Duncan Matthews. Great Lakes champion Love Burger. Mid-Atlantic champion the Winnipeg Wookiee. Northeast champion, not safe for work, Gina Colada from the Battle Royal, which, again, is an advertisement to join your Battle Royal because Gina had a 493.
That just means she passed out drunk on the mat and everyone else threw themselves out of the ring, and then she stood up and was the winner.
Yeah, I was kind of stunned by that. Honestly, I went through the results, and I was so angry at the scores I got that I was like, F this. And I didn't even notice she had a championship, so I went through the rankings. I'm like, oh, she won. Oh. And I didn't realize it was from the Battle Royal until right now. Pacific Northwest champion, Seth Adams-Lee. Good to see Seth with some success this cycle. Rocky Mountains champion, Sizzlin's Sherry Summers. Southeast champion, Sabretooth. Southwest champion, the Saskatchewan Sasquatch. You might know this, Aaron. Is there a famous Canadian town with a Y?
Well, I think there's Yellowknife, but that's way up north.
So if we have the Yellowknife Yeti, is that going to be?
That's where the Backstabber's from.
Yellowknife.
I think he's from Winnipeg.
Oh, okay. A West Coast champion, Alligator, our tag champions for the third cycle in a row, White Claw Outlaws, Derek and Mike. And we have our TV tag champions, Zeus and Hercules. Our six-man champions retaining our Saskatchewan Sasquatch, Zombie Hunter Matthew Porter, and Chief Bold Gray Fox. I believe it's the third cycle in a row as well. The TV tag champions are the Olympians, Aries, Zeus, and Hercules. And as I mentioned before, Wisp won the Battle Royal and the $50 in IWAR credit. So congratulations on that.
Nice job, Wisp.
Yeah. We've lost some players in the last few months, so it's impressive to see the activity not going down at all. So thank you all for keeping us in the mix.
A dynasty weighs less than you'd think.
Oh. That's
right. So that's the BRL action. There's the results, and yeah, so there it is. I have some IWAR results to talk about. But
we got to do the NWL too.
Yeah. Well, we fortunately have our NWL expert, Aaron, in house.
All right. So for NWL number 173, we've got league champion Country Hammer Rhett Grady, TV champion Frosty McFreeze, Central Plains champion Baruch Assault, East Coast champion the Spider Sancho Valdez, Great Lakes champion from the Battle Royal, the Equalizer, Mid-Atlantic champion the Playboy Mick Ferrari, Northeast champion from the industry, your boy Rod Camino, Pacific Northwest champion Mr. Brooks, Rocky Mountains champion El Mascarado.
Racist.
Is Excalibur on the show?
Southeast champion from the Battle Royal, Tommy Dreamer. No, I'm just kidding. Shiloh Wallace. Southwest champion, Shady Shark. West Coast champion, Sam Hain. League Tag Team champions, I believe it's their third cycle as champions. From Whoop-Ass Inc., we've got the Playboy Mick Ferrari and Sam Hain. TV Tag Team champions, El Tigre and Fabulous Harry Hurt. League six-man champions, Tomax Firefly, El Mascarado, and Machine. TV six-man champions from Whoop-Ass Inc., the Playboy Mick Ferrari, Sam Hain, Frosty McFreeze, and the Battle Royal winner, the Equalizer.
I want to follow up on that with a couple of things real quick. Some controversy earlier in the NWL locker room chat group about the TV tag champions, and that, the team that beat the TV tag champions by a bigger point spread weren't the TV tag champions. One of the things that happens in the IWA is if the TV tag champions elevate and take the league championship, the vacated TV or TV six-man belts are filled by the highest scoring match victory. So one of the tricks about getting an extra chance to try to win some gold is to always include a match against 2 scrubs or 3 scrubs for your team. And this way, if that happens where the TV tag champion becomes a league champion, if your team crushes a bunch of scrubs and you just happen to be the only team that does it, you are now the TV tag champions. So it's a sneaky way to get some extra points for your standings, but a good way.
We call that the Ryan Patrick maneuver.
He's angry right now with the IWA. So he sent me a message earlier. He's like, "F this shit." We haven't buried him in a long time. We really got to work on that.
I know.
Do you want me to hit the IWAR stuff or?
Yeah, hit the IWAR stuff. I'm more interested about this email you received.
Okay, we'll get to that last. The best of the best 3 finals pitted the Dream Ali Atari from the IWL against Sabretooth from the BRL, and by a score of 494 to 488, Sabretooth will challenge Joe Boring and try to end his 2-year-long streak as the world champion. So Sabretooth, a 2-time BRL champion, and on the title page right now, so good for him.
Sabretooth's been on a bit of a roll lately.
Yeah. I can break this news. Barry Stevens, who has been the long-running UVU champion out of the BBL, even though he's not in the BBL, and had held off all those challenges, had a match against Black Fox, and they wrestled, and Barry retained due to a draw, a 492 to 492 draw. But the BBL had a Money in the Bank match won by Direwolf, and Direwolf cashed in to become the new UVU champion. So congrats, Greg, if you're listening on that.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, so I can finally stop having Barry's images with that belt. So that's that. I'm not going to go over the results for the Clash Champions review. I think Aaron and I will do the write-ups this weekend or next weekend, but we will get them so everyone can see them beforehand. But I think I'm going to do is let you guys actually wait and see the actual results because there's some extenuating circumstances in some of the matches. Those of you who I emailed separately and said, hey, there's a big angle going on. Would you like to be part of it? This is what's going on. So you're going to see a lot of that stuff happen at the Clash. And what we'll do is we'll send you the actual write-up, or we'll post it, so you can do your TT off of the results, because it's going to cause a lot of mayhem in the NWL.
Big time.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Some pretty major upheavals in NWL land coming up.
Yes. Let's see here. Oh, the best of 7 series between the BRL and IWL, where Flashy Jack Ferdinand had a 2-0 lead on Fiction out of the IWL. Fiction pulled a 492 to 491 upset to trail now only 2 matches to 1. So good on him for doing that. Let me see here. All right, so getting to let me find it. 1 second. All right, so updating the 3 big fall events, which include the Bound for Glory, Tag Team Derby, and Triple D Cup 6-man tournament. This cycle, the high score went to Monster. Damn it. My page jumped, sorry.
And we're live, folks. We're live.
We're live! My page just jumped. Okay. Monster of Mayhem, Donnie Bloodstone, with a 493 was the highest single strat this cycle. So Donnie Bloodstone advanced, as did Stevie Vertigo, Double R Rob Ratliff, Ghostly Shadows, Nasty Critter Brian Rotten, Firebird John Satterfield, Flashy Jack Ferdinand, Late Night Logan Kane out of the IWL, No Limits Nick Dane, and Aries. We had a bunch of wrestlers with 491. So even in a down cycle, someone won some IWA credit there. So now we jump over to the Tag Team Derby. The team of Mike Zenith and Shane Gloom had a 514, as did Hercules and Zeus. So their manager is the same manager, so they will share that prize. It's the second cycle in a row, though, for a Destruction Crew.
They're stupid good.
Yeah, so then we have the Disembowelers, Ken Destruction and Christopher Oblivion, Matthew Van Slaughter and Jane Red finishing out the teams that advanced. So those 5 teams will go at it one more time. And our trios goes to Sasquatch, Chief Bull, Gray Fox, Matthew Porter, who pulled a 518. It's actually the 3rd cycle in a row that they won IWA credit. So what I'm going to do is once the events are all over, then we'll disperse the IWA credit to all the winners because it's going to be all over the place. Other teams advancing into the final round include the Olympians, Omega Squadron, and the Industry, Rod Camino, Dave Wazalewski, and Waz. So eliminated were the Regulators, so something else Ryan to get mad about. Let me see here. That's done. That's done. That's done.
Do you mind if I jump into the chat for a moment? We got a couple questions here.
Sure. Shoot them out.
From Jeff, he's wondering when the next NWL Futurescape is. That'll be Futurescape number 2, and that's going to be happening in NWL number 176. So up next we have NWL number 174, then we'll have 175, and then 176 is when the next Futurescape goes down.
Yes.
And then it sounds like Sam Hain might have a challenger waiting. Is Hate Clown in BRL or IWL?
Beer.
It sounds like we might have a showdown between Hate Clown and Sam Hain somewhere down the road. So
very good.
Love to see it.
We're all about controversy. Let's see here. So there's the results. I have written down bathroom etiquette, but I don't think we have to cover that.
Not today.
I was like, why were we talking about that? Although I will say this. If you go to the bathroom, a public bathroom, don't hover. You monsters. Don't hover.
You don't know me.
I'm going to get pregnant from a toilet seat, so I'm hovering.
Yeah, that's right. That's going to be a juice cover. Fat boy reveals pregnancy through toilet seat cover.
Toilet boy born.
What happened to the show? All right, so earlier today, I got an email from the IWA, and every so often I get them, and usually when I get them in the past, it was something like, so-and-so said this, or, can you help us out, and what's your thought about blank? And they'd give me a situation, and I would kind of chime in. And that was very rare. It happened once in a blue moon. And recently, in the past couple of years, those things have kind of just been like forwarded to the group. Everyone's like, oh, we vote on a thing. Like this past vote was about, what the hell was the latest one about? Like tiebreakers in league or something like that, or there was something else that was other new, but things go along. So the IWA emailed me, and now I can't find the email. No. Oh, here it is. Okay, so the subject line is IWA Ringside Magazine Hits, cash prize trivia. So the first thing in the part of the email is sort of like a list of December 20th to this cycle of how many original hits the magazine got on their website, and then how many of the special edition BRL 500th, which if you haven't had a chance to look at the bottom of the IWA's kind of main like news page, there's a link to the BRL 500th issue, which was like a 30th anniversary tribute issue. I'm going to update it eventually, I swear, to have more years on it. But the idea is you just check it out, and it kind of covers the IWA history in a nutshell and goes through all the years. Fun fact, we're actually going up above. We used to average about 200 hits per issue. Now it's around 240. So we're gaining some followers, which is cool.
Yep.
So then the next part says, from my boss. So I won't read you the whole entire email. You don't have to hear all of it, but the first part of it kind of talks about how they're very appreciative of the work we put in, and that they're really liking the original wrestlers we create for the images, like the avatars. So viewers who don't know, I use WWE 2K19 to create the images, and then I kind of like use motion capture and or screen capture to capture the images and play around with it. And every so often I'll throw him over to Aaron, and he'll do his magic and make it look snazzy dazzy for the cover. And I'll do a little bit of cover work, and it takes some time. But I think my favorite insult is where they, not insults, but they talked about people on the outside. If you look at an image of, and they use of all names, my wrestling name, Brad Blaze, back when I first started. But the idea being, if you use a wrestler image for Brad Blaze or CM Punk or Luke's gonna get mad at me now. Any favorite, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, right? The people looking and go, well, that's Seth Rollins, that's Roman Reigns, that's a wrestler. I have a history with them. I know what they are. They're not your wrestler Johnny Gringo. It's like that's not who they are. So when you have an original wrestler, and I said my email back and I talked about, I don't mind doing the work. Some images are pretty easy. Like Fighter X was a guy in a black unitard or a singlet and a mask with an X on it. That's easy. Hawaiian Heartthrob took a bit more work. Had to get the skin tone right, had to get the design right. We went through a whole headdress fiasco, which we just did away with. It's trial and error. And if you're listening, you're like, hey, I want my wrestler. Like what I did, like for example, with my dynasty, is he was using Shane Douglas. So the guy, I went into the current community, found a Shane Douglas that I could download, because when you download the images, some of the images are like easy, and other ones require a purchase of a pack, and that's extra money. I usually don't do that because it's like, ugh, whatever. So when you get those images, you can put them in the game and use them, and there's ways to get around it. I'm getting better at designing, so it's come a long way. But they just kind of talk about they really enjoy that because it helps, feed the game the idea of being creative and not just, going with somebody's previous work. And then they mentioned something very important. They listen to this show. So it says, P.S. After hearing your latest... What's that?
Said love you, Kim.
Yes. So after hearing your latest Tubecast, I thought you might be interested in knowing the following trivia. Now, our latest one we mentioned about how the IWA, and you newer players are going to be aghast, they used to give out cash prizes to the world champion and other contest winners. Like legit cash, like not credit, cash, or a check.
And then the Fed swooped in.
Yeah. So, starting the holiday, and they have a whole timeline here, so this is really kind of cool. Holidays 2000 cycle, like the year 2000. The last money prize leagues, there was a few of them. There was the Adults Only League. There was, I think, the DXL. There were a few leagues that were like the league champion got $50 cash, or there was a certain prize amount. So what they did is they did away with those in the holiday cycle of 2000. And in February of 2001, the world champion received, are you ready for this? A check for $1,000.
Wow.
I didn't play the game at this time. I was out of the game. And I can tell you, you think I hate Flutters now. My God. If I was cheated out of a $1,000 check, I'd be bold. Oh, my God. So it says here, the first recipient of the $1,000 check was Matthias Carlson of Sweden. And the last was David White of California. I actually know the David White name. And while I never knew him really as a player, when I was a kid, I worked for Burger King for 2 weeks. My manager's name was David White, and that always stayed with me. So there's your random connection. I don't think it's the same guy. I'm pretty sure he'd be like,
he's still there.
Well, I'll tell you, I worked at Burger King for like 2 weeks with a guy who was deaf, and I had to do hand signals for chicken, like a fist for a burger, or a palm for like a chicken, all those things. And he cleaned dishes and pans in the back, and it just sounded like he was like having a street fight. It was like clash, bang, crash. And me being me, I'd be like, God, he's killing me. The manager did not appreciate that. David was not happy about that. So anyways, getting back to this. In January and February of 2002, the World Championship prize went to $500. I'm guessing that way was like, what are we doing giving $500 or $1,000 to these jerks? So a $100, actually did is they broke it down a bit. So 500 to world champion, and 100 went to the given champions of the 3 federations, plus the U.S. national champions. So Alan Hanley of North Carolina won the first $500 U.S. World title prize, and also the first $100 U.S. prize. So you're sitting there saying, they gave $1,000, and then they're like, that's too much money. We're going to give $500 to this guy and all these. Oh, my God. I'm actually really happy I didn't play it this time because I'd be pulling my hair out of my head. Winter of 2002, the Federation champions began receiving only $50 each since they added the Steel and Bronze Federations. So that's in 2002. In March of 2003, overall activity declined. The U.S. and national prizes were reduced to $50, and Federation champions began receiving 25 free matches. Summer of 2003, managers asked for a world title option of $250 plus an engraved belt, so we allowed them to choose between the standard 500 or that. And then July of 2004, Larry's favorite wrestler, Frank Leatherman Snow, won the final $500 world prize. So that's
I remember where I was that day, as we all do.
Something stay with you. Challenger Explosion, 9/11, Frank Snow's $500 world prize.
Jesus Christ.
I was getting divorced.
What, too soon? Anyway.
See? Scott was getting divorced. Not a good day. Or maybe a good day.
Yeah, so just...
I have to think about it. I don't remember it anymore.
Right. So that's just, a couple of things come out of this. One, we mentioned, I think, the last show about the cash prizes. And so it's just entertaining that, they listen to the show. And we've talked before about how we need to kind of clean up the show because it hurts Alex's ability to get monetization if the language is too rough.
Thank God Luke isn't here.
I know. Oh, Luke was
Exactly.
Luke was so mad. He was like, "I'm a hooligan. I don't care." But just, I wrote back to them and thanked them for the kind words and, keeping us in the loop and that they listen. And I put the offer out there to have Kim on or anybody from IWA as a guest to do our special show about the IWA's worst weirdos. And I thought it'd be great to let Kim come out and just trash people. Just this no holds barred. Just come out and completely let it go and just, throw people under the bus, under a whole fleet of buses. But I told him I understand if they would take that offer. So
I'm still waiting for. I know they gotta have bulletins in there somewhere. I want bulletin number 1. Would it be ASL number? ASL was to be ASL number 1?
Yes.
I want ASL number 1.
It's got to be out there.
I want to put it. I want to frame it on my wall. A copy of ASL number 1.
Well, actually, that brings us to a point we're going to start.
I would pay money. I would pay money for ASL number 1.
Yeah. We are going to be doing shows pretty soon as we expand our content, and the shows will be throwback shows where we take a bulletin from, say, 1987 or 1993 or 1999, 2005, 2010, and we just read the results and talk about the promos and kind of do a snapshot of the game at a certain point. Again, if you have not read the BRL special issue on the IWA's front page, take a look at it and see, you jog some of your memories of playing the game. There's a big section in it, for.
Didn't it take you 6 months to do?
Oh, I spent months. I spent probably about a year putting all the work into it. Because what I do is I do a kind of a IWA timeline and then the BRL timeline side by side, and kind of as you're going along, this date this happened, and this date the IWA began putting pictures on the covers. For a long time, if you were the U.S. champion, you got a picture of your wrestler on the envelope.
Didn't they have pictures on the envelope? I was about to mention that.
Yep. Yeah. They used to have originally. They had pictures of a guy wrestling. It was Logan Tiger Mane Blue, I think, or Tiger Man. Sorry, Tiger Man wrestling like Mr. X or Dr. X. And then the other one was Raven Black the Indian. And these players created these wrestlers, and I actually have 2 of those old full size picture envelopes, and I have a bunch of the U.S. wrestler images over the years. But what was cool was they also had the IWA Weekly Report, and the Weekly Report had the international champion, and for a while that international champion got their picture in there. I had Mad Dog or Dick the Dog Jackson at the time, and he got a 4-week run as champion. It was yay, But there's a couple of guys out there that have a bunch of the different magazines, like the Eye, and again, if you have the ASL number 1, we'd love to see just how far the game has come. Over the years.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, just a lot. Let's see here. What is the scoring? Oh, okay. The scoring for the IWAR draft contest. So here's how it works. The IWAR draft is a flat out race for points. So what you do is you just compete as normal, rack up belts, and it goes by singles points. So not like tag team or 6-man. It's just about singles points for wrestlers. At least we've always done it that way. So don't worry about tag team and 6-man, even though if you have them, it's kind of cool. But I think the Velociraptor had the highest point, 175 was his point total or something like that.
He was insane.
Yeah, he had a really good year. But it just went over 6 months. So this is just going to go over 4 months or 4 cycles. So this cycle we just had today. So we were like, wait, it's just started. You damn right it did. And then October, November, December, and holiday.
Great, thanks. I'm already at 0.
Hey, it's okay. Yeah. So we'll have to have a special prize for U.S. Mail for being the last pick. Poor guy.
Again.
He delivered late.
Dick.
Trying to think here. ODB. Yes, Gina Colada's original avatar was ODB, and then I found her online and used a video image and edited it a bit. And
I use actual wrestler images in my league. Just saying.
Yeah, well, that's because Attaway hates you.
I do edit them. I do cartoon them up a little bit from time to time.
Maybe they're just bitter they didn't realize they had Tracy Lords in their bulletins for like a year and a half. And how many times has Brazzers made its way into the IWL bulletin?
16 times.
16 times.
16 times.
Like Ric Flair.
Yeah. Not on an airplane though.
No. None of that. Any other questions, fellas?
Ask away. Ask me anything.
AMA.
Sounds gross though.
I don't email. I talked about that. Yeah. So as far as the scoring goes, just compete as you would normally. Rack up. Rack up your points.
Yeah, man.
So I think this has been a pretty fun show. I don't even know how long it went, but longer is probably need to be. But no, this is a fun draft. I hope you guys liked it.
And give us your feedback again. For those of you who've seen the draft in the past, compare it to our past drafts, because we want to make this better. So we're up for feedback. So just let us know. Don't forget, again, if you're not on the IWAR network Facebook group, please join. I'm not getting any notifications from there, so I'm seeing posts pop up and I'm not seeing them until way later.
I'll tell you, I've seen a few people ask to join, and what do they not do?
Answer the freaking questions.
Yep.
It's one question.
Yep. The one question is, who do you manage in the IWAR network? You just have to tell us that so we know you're not a robot.
Yeah.
Or not some guy from wherever country trying to get in and be like,
because robots steal 501s.
It's true.
That's right.
That's true.
Damn you, 501. Joe Boring, by the way, league champion of the IWL, 500.
He's unbelievable.
So I'm going to call right now. Joe Boring's going to win every title again because that's what Joe Boring does.
That's not so impressive.
Not for him. Actually, I'll tell you this much. In the IWL, I was so mad because when Atari won the league title, I thought, okay, I'm going to get some points. I'm going to start gaining ground on Bulk Brogan. This is the year Atari finally gets off the schneid, finally breaks the curse, and wins the IWL Wrestler of the Year. And then a 501 got him nothing. I was like,
nothing.
Damn you.
Nothing.
Not even a Metro. Damn it. He out there with 2 Metros. Damn it.
So did we go over the new IWAR prizes?
Prizes or prices?
The prices, for the.
Yeah, I think I covered it when you were in the bathroom.
Okay. I was 100% against this, by the way, guys. So just to let you know.
I am all for it because
I'm very anti prizes, by the way. Just to let you guys know.
Yeah, he wants to give you guys nothing.
Nothing.
And yet this cycle, who was it? It was what the hell? Who won the Battle Royal?
Alexander J. Styles.
So he got how many matches?
45.
45 free matches.
Did.
That's good. So yeah, that's good stuff. And we've got a lot going on. I also want to mention too that at the Clash of Champions, we will finally reveal which wrestler in the NWL is going to be the designated wrestler for the Teamster Challenge.
Oh.
So the Teamster will announce that wrestler at the Clash of Champions as well. So I got to note that, not to forget, because sometimes these details fall out and we're like, whoopsie.
I have bad short-term memory. So even putting up the matches for the pay-per-view, I'm I had asked the guys in the chat, what are the matches for my own pay-per-view that I'm putting on? Because I don't remember, but I have memory problems. So, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Don't judge me. I read it at third grade level. What do you want from me?
Judge.
It's ridiculous.
So yeah, any other questions, fellas? Round of 6, and I think it's all of us, so I'm guessing no. But anyways, thank you for listening, and thanks to everybody who supports us. We appreciate it. Like and subscribe.
All right, guys, so we are officially out of time. So for Scott, for Aaron, for Larry, for Matt, I'm Alex G. Have a good night.